Hey, it's Redstone Moose, another Minecraft tutorial for you today. Today I'm going to be teaching you about comparators and mainly multiplexers as well as demultiplexers. So, just for a start, I know many people know that comparators can be used to take the output out of chests, which is really cool and all, but what if you actually want to use some redstone logic with comparators? Well, not many people know is that if you put the comparator subtractor mode, then a lot of cool stuff can be done. So just a normal comparator, if I hit this lever, the output's on, and I hit this lever, the output remains to be on. Now over here, if I turn the output on and that torch is also lit and I hit this side, it turns off. This is very useful. Oh yeah, and there's a weird glitch that it does where it looks like it's still on when it's not. You just do that to reset it. Doesn't affect the output though. But this is very useful in many redstone creations as well as in computers. I use this a lot in my Moose computers, the Moose 1 data loop and the Moose 2 computer. You can do the same thing with torches, it's just a little bit more bulky. So that's on, turns off. So using this feature of the comparator, we can do sign where we can make multiplexers and demultiplexers. I'll get to there soon. But this is what I'm actually going to be teaching you how to build today. That's going to be at the end of the video. But this is a multiplexer, so don't let me drive you off using these really long words that sound confusing. All multiplexer does is selects between two inputs and decides which one's going to be outputted. It's as simple as that. It's very, very useful in many different things, not just computers. So, first of all, if I hit this lever, the output's on. And I hit this lever, the output is off. Now, if I turn on the control, hit this lever, the output's on. This lever, output's off. As you can see, this is only 2 by 3 by 4, so it makes it very compact and useful. So stay tuned. At the end of the video I'm going to be showing you how to build that. Now let's move over here and I'm going to explain what a demultiplexer is. A demultiplexer is like a multiplexer, except it takes two outputs and decides which one's going to be on. And I have 3 different ways of building demultiplexers. I know these might not be the most compact ways, but they're the ways that you can easily see what's going on. So over here is this piston demultiplexer. You guys have probably used this before in your creations and just didn't know the name of it. This is what it's called. So if I turn on this lever, the left output's on. Now if I hit this lever, it switches to the right, then back to the left. The same thing over here, except with comparators. And so if I turn on this, that's on, and that switches over, switches back. And now this is a torch demultiplexer, just to show, done all 3 ways. The torch way, I think, is the slowest and the clunkiest, but let's just go ahead and use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that, that turns on, switches over, switches back. So the perks of using comparators rather than pistons is that it is slightly faster. A piston extending and also the unextending causes some delay, as well as with the repeaters. Over here you have half a tick, a tick, so at the most 2 ticks. Over here you have a tick on each end, plus this piston right here is putting off. It's a little longer than a repeater delay, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I apologize if I am. Just go ahead and go right down to the comments and tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know the exact amount of ticks a piston takes, but I'm pretty sure it is longer than a repeater. But I could be wrong. So, over here to the multiplexers, we have the multiple different ways of doing it. This is a piston multiplexer. This is loosely based on a design that I got off of the internet. I haven't looked up to see who had it first, but I did some change it around, and instead of having one block in between these two levers, I put them right on top of each other, so it is slightly smaller. So just like the other ones, it turns on, turns off, and then if I turn that on, it turns on. This one has the benefits of being one wide. Over here is the clunkier version of the comparator multiplexer. After working on it a little bit, I was able to compact it down further into this. So I'm not going to bother showing you that since we have the better version up there. Over here is the torch multiplexer. Like the comparator multiplexer, it is 2 wide, except slightly longer. So, not slightly longer, pretty much double the length. But I'm going to go ahead and hit that. It's off. And that is on. I deselect that. Off. On. Alright, so let's go ahead and learn how to build this multiplexer. Alright, so to be completely honest, you could have probably built this just by looking at the thumbnail to the video because, well, it's rather small. I've got it pretty compact here, quite proud of it, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to build it anyways. So I'm going to come out from this one a little bit. So you're going to start by placing down 2 blocks, have a comparator there, then you can use good old shift click, place a block on top of there, another comparator, and make sure on both these comparators you right click them once just to turn that torch in the front on. Next we come to the side, place a block right there, block here, go up here, 2 blocks there. We're going to have a lever, and another lever. This is the control, these are the 2 inputs. The control does exactly what it sounds like it's doing, controlling which of these inputs is going to go to the output. So if we come to the side, I can go ahead and place a torch up here, another block right there, redstone dust down here. So now there is 2 outputs and 2 inputs, and there's a way of controlling them, but I want only 1 output, so all I got to do here is put a block right there, so that comparator is feeding there, put a block up here, comparator is feeding to that block, so this block is powered, redstone dust in between, and then a lamp. And this lamp will not be powered by this because it is right next to it and it's moving vertically parallel to it. And this one up here, well, it's 1 block higher than this lamp. So just to test it out, on, turns off, on, deselect, turns off. So that's all for today. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but I think that this is a pretty helpful video even if you're not crazy into redstone. I'm sure this will come up. You'll have a problem where you need to refine multiple selections into 1 output. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe and leave a like below. See ya.